Alright, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to beat the last judge in Hollow Knight Silksong. So this boss is actually not too bad. The first phase especially isn't too bad. So that's one of the attacks, is this slam. So just back up, and then that's your damage window. There, I was a little late, but you can see me doing my silk weave, because you can get good damage doing that. So here's the next tell. Soon as they start kind of winding that up, they're going to do a whirlwind attack with their bell or whatever. So I got really lucky off the start. And then they do this bell throw. So there's two ways to deal with this bell throw. I would always just get out of the way because I didn't want to get hit by the whirlwind either. And I didn't want to have to pay attention to the tell. So you can outrange it. But if you recognize the tell early enough and you know it's not going to be the whirlwind, you can actually stand here, get one or two hits in, but they pull this back and you need to jump out and over the bell before they pull it back. Watch. When they whip it back, if you're standing there doing damage, it's going to hit you. So like I said, I would always just bail and live to fight another day. And then this would be my damage window. And then there, winds it up so I get out. Then another slam so I get in. Try to do my silk move. There, the timing can be pretty tight. So we're already through the first phase. So the second phase is where stuff gets tricky. I do want to point something out here though. This boom will hit you if you're standing there doing damage, or at least if you're too close. Maybe there's a range where you can actually deal damage and it won't hit you, but get out before the boom happens. That got me one time. So then they do their wind up again, and you can see I do just miss it here. And now flames are going to come out. So you just have to avoid the flames. They dissipate. Now it does this slam attack. So you want to get under this slam. So always go under, so counter to the way the boss is going, and then jump up because the the floor lights on fire. And then get close because that's your damage window. Luckily I get a stun, so we get our silk weave in again. And then there you can see I didn't go counter to it. So it also has a long leap. That wasn't the same as the slam leap. That's a long leap. And then it's got this rush attack. So you're going to jump the rush. When it puts its bell back and it glows orange, it's about to take off. So you just jump, and then you have to land between these. That's the tricky part. And then there, I meant to throw my ranged melee, and I wound up just hitting R1, so I used my silk, so that was really unfortunate. I get out, so I have the fan blades. So there, I get 3 hits, and I have the poison, which is from the mission where you got to get those 6 purple flower things. So if you do that, you can actually do some damage over time, which is probably helpful because this boss is tricky in the second phase to get damage windows in on. So there, again, came at me, so I duck under, I jump, and then I could have done normal damage. I don't know why I did that. And then there, I float too close, and I get hit by the boss's hitbox. That was extremely unfortunate. It winds up, I back up. It's doing the charge attack. Missed the flames. There I had put my little trip mine out, but it missed. There again on that long leap, I should have ducked under. I get back. I was just really scared here because one hit and I'm dead. Because this boss hits for 2 like most of the bosses in this game. There again you can see the charge coming. So yeah, I'm just really trying to play so that I can just get damage in when I can. And then here I get very lucky that that misses me. I actually don't know how that missed me. I literally don't know. But the bell does an explosion here, so you have to get away from it. So now we're chilling. And that's also a heal window. When those flames are coming, as long as you're between them and far away and they're not going to float into you. So now I was able to get a heal off. Now I can play a little more aggressively. The slam. So you also can outrange the slam. Like I said, run counter to it. But you can run away from it that way as well. And yeah, use your ranged options. They're very handy in this fight. I mean, the trip mines weren't doing anything for me because the boss wasn't running into them. But yeah, here comes the charge. Avoid the flames. And yeah, I'm just chucking out my melees as much as I can. My fan blades. Because, like I said, this boss is hard to get damage in close up. Now we get a stun. I get a bunch of hits in. And now my silk is full. And now this is phase 3. So it does this big wind up, but there's a whole bunch of flames that you have to avoid. So I do a good job here just avoiding them all. Again, using lots of my ranged knives. Definitely take advantage of those in this fight. There, that was bad floating. I could have floated closer and actually done some damage to the boss. And again, you can also outrange that charge attack like I did there. So again, we're using our blades. There, I could have got more blade damage in. That's the best one. When it does the slam, you can get 2 hits in easy. And then there, again, I floated too close. There, as I was saying, that can hit you. And yeah, just using all my knives. Like you can see, I only have like 1 or 2 knives left. Actually, I'm out of knives. That actually cost me. Because there, I'm trying to throw the knives, and I'm like, what is going on? I didn't notice that they were out. And then we deal the final blow. So it wasn't the smoothest fight, but now that I've done it once, I could definitely do it again. So hopefully the video helped. Because once you kind of see all the moves that it has, it's just a matter of really just keeping your range. That's what I found. Play at range, and anytime it does the slam attack, that's your window. And like a lot of these bosses in this game, the trick is just taking damage when you can get it. Play your life above all else and avoid all the attacks. And then when you do have a damage window, take advantage of it. And like I said, really use your range options. I used about 3/4 of my trip mines, but the trip mines weren't really doing anything. So you could change something else there if you want. But yeah, the fan knives with the damage over time was extremely helpful for this boss. So I hope the video helped you out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.